Welcome to this edition of What Parents Need to Know, a show with tips and insight into Pinellas County schools. In this episode, we talk with Rita Vasquez from the Office of Teaching and Learning about the new Pinellas Pathways to Graduation program. We will also introduce you to a Pinellas County Schools teacher who has drawn from her prestigious past to inspire the next generation of performance artists, and explain how a partnership between business and an elementary school is inspiring students and the community. Plus, there are some important changes and new requirements your student will face in order to graduate. We have all the information you need to make sure your child is on the right track. Pinellas County Schools is committed to preparing students for college, career, or life after graduation. A new way the district is helping students achieve that goal is through Pinellas Pathways to Graduation. It's a program that helps students on a path towards greater success in the job market or in their career. Here to explain more about that program is Rita Vasquez, the Director of High School Education for Pinellas County Schools. And Rita, this is a first-of-its-kind program for the district, and it's kind of, taking a step after what's come down with the Florida Department of Education diploma designation. So tell me a little bit about those and how this program's different.
Absolutely. So what's really important first to note is that the state of Florida still has just one standard high school diploma, and Pinellas County still offers just one standard Florida high school diploma. But what's different this year, what's new that we haven't had in the past, is that in addition to being able to earn that standard high school diploma, students can now choose from two diploma designations that the state offers. There's a scholar designation and a merit designation. However, we in Pinellas County have a third really exciting designation that I'd love to talk with you about as well.
And we will get there in just a second, but let's talk with the first Pinellas Pathways to Graduation, which is the Pinellas College or Technical Pathway. Tell me a little bit about that.
I'd love to. The Pinellas Technical College Pathway is a pathway that our students can choose classes from that will best prepare them to enter either the college or a technical school or the workforce immediately after school. They'll engage in very rigorous academic and elective courses, particularly our career technical adult education classes that will lead to an industry certification that is very relevant to what the kids wish to study and what they'd like to pursue after their high school years. Kids who qualify, who follow our technical college pathway, will be able to qualify for the state's merit designation, the state's merit diploma designation.
So that's something they can put on their resume. Not only did they achieve the technical college pathway through Pinellas County, but also they got the state's merit designation.
Absolutely. It's going to allow their career opportunities or technical colleges or colleges that they wish to engage in to realize that the student had been focused in high school in what they'd like to do after high school, and they're ready to enter that career path. Excellent.
All right, thanks Rita, and stay with us because in just a few minutes we'll be talking about the second pathway, the Pinellas College Pathway to Graduation. Pinellas County Center for the Arts dance alumnus Charlotte Johnson made a name for herself before she even graduated high school. Johnson was accepted into the Juilliard School and awarded a prestigious scholarship to pursue modern dance. After touring with dance companies in New York, she returned to Pinellas County to become the director of the dance program at John Hopkins Middle School.
Feet catch, release, hold, and they should to the other side.
Charlotte Johnson's love of dance has taken her to some of the brightest stages in the country, working alongside some of the world's most renowned choreographers.
When I did move back home about 2.5 years ago, I had started a family, and so being in New York City, I didn't want to raise my kids in the city. I wasn't raised there.
Dance opened up a world of possibilities and experiences for Johnson. Now that she's returned home, she wants to share that enthusiasm with a new generation of performing artists.
I always said to myself, if I'm going to teach dance or if I'm going to teach school in the system, I would prefer to be doing this, teaching dance, giving back in that way.
Johnson demands a lot of her students at John Hopkins Middle School, where she works as the director of their dance program. But her class appreciates the structure.
I came here and I realized, oh wow, ballet is really fun. It's really hard and demanding. I really like to push myself.
Johnson is an alumnus of John Hopkins and the Pinellas County Center for the Arts at Gibbs.
I'm really glad that she did go because the Gibbs auditions come here because of her, because she went, so she wants us all to try out for Gibbs. So I think that's really helpful that we can actually do the audition in the studio, and she went to Gibbs, so she kind of knows what they're looking for.
Not all of Johnson's students want to pursue dance at PCCA or elsewhere, and their dance instructor says that's okay, as long as they discover something they are passionate about.
They sometimes don't know what they want or if this is, somewhere they want to go, but I'm there to help them realize that, hopefully bring that out of them and have them set their own goals and then me help them reach those goals.
Johnson's own ambitions helped earn her a spot at the prestigious Juilliard School in New York. After graduation, she danced with several prominent dance companies, a fact that is sometimes lost on middle school students.
I think we forget about that sometimes because she's just like our teacher, but sometimes when she talk about it, we'll be like, oh yeah, you actually did do that. You actually did go to all these places. So it's kind of like, oh, maybe I'll be like that one day.
Returning to the place that helped Johnson get her start has fostered a love of dancing in new ways that's benefiting her and the students who could one day fill her shoes.
It's hard for me to not be passionate about what I do. It's like it has been and is still my entire life. When I leave here, I'm teaching dance or choreographing something or dance with my kids at home. It's who I am, it's what I am. And so I appeal to that student that's hungry, that wants it.
Johnson toured with the Bill T. Jones Arnie Zane Dance Company, Ballet Noir, and Trainer Dance while she lived in New York. Welcome back. Joined again by Rita Vasquez, the Executive Director of High School Education for Pinellas County Schools. We just spoke about the technical college pathway. Tell me a little bit about what type of student would benefit best from working towards the Pinellas College pathway.
Excellent. Thank you. Our second pathway is the college pathway to graduation. And the course of study that the students will engage in for this pathway is really best for students who are wishing to enter after high school a 2-year college program or even a 4-year college program. Students will engage in rigorous academic courses. They'll also engage in rigorous elective courses, but there's some room in there to do some exploration of some career courses, for example, as well. So perhaps it's a student who's deciding between entry right into careers after high school or entry into a technical program or entry into a 2 to 4 year college. It's a very flexible program. This program really prepares students to receive the state's scholar designation on the diplomas this year.
And it is possible for them to receive the scholar designation, also the merit designation, while also working on the college pathway.
Absolutely. We have a lot of flexibility in our pathways. Students are not locked in any way. They really can pursue the things that they're interested in, yet have an eye on what they'd like to accomplish after high school as well.
If a student or a parent is confused about when you say a rigorous course load, what type of courses that entails, what's the best way for them to plan out which classes they should be enrolling in?
Excellent. When we talk about rigorous coursework, we really mean kids challenging themselves to the highest level that they can challenge themselves in. For some kids, it's going to mean engaging in honors level classes in certain areas where they have their strengths. For example, if a student has very strong mathematics skills, they're going to want to pursue honors levels or AP, advanced placement level courses in that area. But perhaps maybe their social sciences skills, it's not their favorite area or not a place where they have some strengths in. In the college pathway, they could engage in some regular courses in that, but still make sure that they're taking the mathematics levels at some really, really high levels.
Excellent. All right. Thanks again, Rita, and we will hear from her one last time about the most rigorous pathway, which is the Advanced Scholar pathway, in just a few minutes. The Executive Pass program has helped underperforming schools in Pinellas County boost student achievement through partnerships with local businesses interested in giving back to the community. The relationship benefits students and the businesses who support them. Pinellas County schools looking to boost student achievement have found a friend in the Executive Pass program. Pass, or Partnerships to Advance School Success, is a program that finds local businesses looking to help schools in need.
The companies in the PASS program were seeking opportunities to get involved with the schools, but didn't really know how they could do that. What they were looking for was an opportunity to provide some human capital, so providing mentors and tutors to work with the schools, as well as participating in increasing parent involvement in the schools.
PASS, first introduced to several St. Petersburg area schools 10 years ago, has expanded to other parts of the district. One new partnership is between Bel Air Elementary and the Nielsen Company.
They've helped with the beautification of our campus in many ways, and they have also provided a lot of human resources to support our families and our school.
Nielsen employees have donated and decorated outdoor tables, spruced up the cafeteria with new paint and TVs, and volunteered their time and resources for events like Bel Air's open house for parents. The efforts have led to a positive reaction from all involved.
The parents and the children felt excited to be at Bel Air, and that's what we want. We want our community to feel pride that their children are coming to Bel Air Elementary, and knowing that we're going to do whatever we can to make sure that their children are receiving the absolute best education.
This has meant the world to so many of our employees already, and it's just the beginning of September. And to be able to allow our employees the time to go into a school to make the difference within the lives of children, there was no twisting arms. Everybody was volunteering, kind of raising their hands to get involved in this effort. So it's really meant a lot.
Through the PASS program, Nielsen shares their business expertise to help students, teachers, and administrators succeed.
Whether it's retention, whether it's getting students to school on time, whether it's communication, we knew that some things that we do every single day might make sense to bring on board at Bel Air Elementary.
They have given us feedback from a completely different standpoint. From the business world, that is very different from the school, and we just appreciate their support. It is very beneficial to have businesses and schools working together.
And when they work together, students benefit the most.
I can say to my parents and my community that they have dedicated time and treasure to our district. So I think it's critical for each school to have that opportunity to say, someone cares about us, they want to be involved in our school, and they want to see us be successful.
Nielsen is a company that measures and monitors what people are watching on TV. They have participated in the Executive Pass program for the entire school year. Welcome back, joined again by Rita Vasquez. Tell us about this third pathway, the most rigorous one, the Advanced Scholar Pathway to Graduation.
Excellent, thank you. This is a pathway that's unique to Pinellas County Schools. The Advanced Scholar Pathway, as the name implies, really is a pathway that is aimed at our students who are absolutely certain that they're going to pursue admissions into one of our most competitive state universities, for example, or a really, really competitive out-of-state university as well. As the name implies, the pathway includes classes that are pretty much all advanced level classes. We've got a lot of honors classes built in, we've got a lot of advanced placement classes built in, so the kids will engage in rigorous core academic classes and very, very rigorous elective classes as well. This pathway not only qualifies kids to meet the state scholar designation for the diplomas, they could actually also meet the merit designation if some of the electives they engage in are in career technical courses, but they'll be able to earn in this pathway, Pinellas County Schools, and again, we're the only one in the state that's doing this, our Advanced Scholar Diploma designation. There are some requirements in addition to the other two pathways to do that. Our students in the Advanced Scholars pathway will engage in at least 3 AP classes, and when they do that and they take those advanced placement exams, if they earn a level 3 or better on those exams, then they will qualify for Advanced Scholars designation.
With any of these pathways, say a student decides I want to work towards that Advanced Scholar designation, but you know, life happens, they join a few extracurriculars and it's just not possible for them. Do they have to declare and then stick with the pathway, or can they kind of change their mind as they go?
Excellent, great question. Our kids don't have to declare that they are going with one pathway or another. We do want them to do some advanced planning, and that's where our guidance counselors and our new system under Lighthouse Guidance that the kids, it's going to be rolled out to the kids this year, can really help the kids really set up what those pathways look like for 4 years. But if a student decides, well, no, I'm going to make this course change or that course change 1 year or another year, they may absolutely do that. At the end of their 4 years, we'll be able to pull all that together and really determine what did they in the end qualify for. So a student doesn't have to declare, doesn't have to opt in or opt out. They literally will just qualify for one of those designations according to what they did end up doing in those 4 years. We will guide them along the way, of course, to make sure that the work that they're doing in high school prepares them for what they'd like to do after high school, and that's really the purpose of our pathways, to give them a good idea. If I engage in these things, I am best preparing myself for this activity after high school. But there is absolute flexibility in between. So there's no worry about, I've decided if this is not the right course for me, I've got to take this course. It'll fit into another one of our pathways.
When a Pinellas County student either applies for that first job or does apply for admission into a college or university, how are they going to be better prepared because of this program, say, compared to another Florida student who's not within the county or district?
Excellent. That's a fantastic question. One of the things we think it does is really give relevancy and purpose to their 4 years with us in high school as far as what the rest of their life will be like. One of the things that we've noticed is that kids who are more successful in school tend to do so for multiple factors, of course. But one major factor is that they come to school knowing what it is they'd like to do in their life after school. So when they come, there's built-in value, there's built-in relevancy, there's built-in purpose. I have a plan for what I'm going to do with what I'm doing in school, after school. Our Pinellas graduates will be able to write about those things, and the fact that they were thinking about what they wanted to study in a school or why they wanted to go to a particular school, and they will have known that since 9th grade. And they will be able to discuss in their college essays, for example, or in career interviews, they'll be able to discuss, in 9th grade, I was planning my course of study in high school knowing this was going to be the thing I wanted to do after high school. I don't know that we can give a better preparation for our students than that, and to really make the fact that high school, the end of high school isn't to get a high school diploma. That isn't the purpose of high school or the end-all be-all of high school. The purpose of high school is what our district mission is, to prepare students for college, career, and life, just to be a good citizen in our society. And we think that our Pathways to Graduation really does accomplish that.
It sounds like a fantastic program that gives parents and students a lot of choices, all of which will help them for better success.
Absolutely. We're incredibly excited for our students.
Thank you so much for joining us, Rita. And for more information about any of these 3 pathways or the diploma designations that Rita mentioned, you can visit the district's website. Now it's time to take a look at information parents need to know with our student reporter, Taylor Tavanese.
Thanks, Lisa. Here are a few things parents need to know about high school graduation. Did you know there are new diploma designations your student can earn from the state? They include Scholar, Merit, and Traditional. To find out how to qualify for each, visit the Pinellas Pathways page of the district's website. To find it, click the Pinellas Pathways icon on pcsb.org. Want to make sure your student is on track to graduate? Learn more about Counselor Connect, a way for parents and guidance counselors to interact with students and help them set goals. Still confused about which Pinellas Pathways you should encourage your student to shoot for? Detailed information about each can be found on the Pinellas Pathways page of the district's website. For a quick overview of changing graduation requirements, read over the Frequently Asked Questions section of the Pinellas Pathways page. That's a wrap of some of the things parents need to know happening throughout the district. Lisa?
Thanks, Taylor. That's all the time we have for this episode of What Parents Need to Know. Don't forget you can check out all of our episodes anytime online at newsroom.pcsb.org. Just select the Video Series tab and click What Parents Need to Know. See you next time.